Hello everyone. This video we are going to see about conditional constructs in Java. So we are going to see what is conditional statements. We have some set of statements available. So we will see one by one. If statement is referred as a biconditional branching. It checks the condition and transfers the control to either of two block of statements. It has two blocks, true block and then false block. If the condition is true, it will go to the true block. Okay, you can also call it as if block. If the condition is false, it will go to the false block, or you can say it as an else block. So we are going to see some of the statements available. First statement is simple if statement, if else statement, if else if statement, and nested if statement. So we are going to see one by one. So the first statement you are going to see is simple if statement. Here you can see the condition is tested. If the condition is true, it will execute the if block, and then after completing it, it goes on carry on with the remaining of the code. If the condition is false, it will directly go, it doesn't do anything, it directly go to the remaining of the block of statements. You can see an example here. I have declared two variables, num1 and num2. So one is a positive number, another one is a negative number. I am going to test it with the two different simple if statements so that you will know what is the output. So if the num1 is greater than 0, I am just printing the positive number, and if the num2, that is a negative number, if it is lesser than 0, I am printing it. So it doesn't do anything else. If the condition is true, it will execute the if block, nothing else. So once I execute the program, you can see the output here. You can see this is the output for the first block, and this is the output for the second block of if statement. So we are going to see the next is if else statement. Here you can see that there is a test expression. If the condition is true, it will execute the body of if, that is if block. If the condition is false, it also has some set of statements available in the else block. So it will be executed, after which it will continue to the remaining of the program. So we are going to see the example of that. So I have declared a single variable. So here you can notice one thing. I am just checking a condition. If the condition is true, it will execute the number is positive. If the condition is false, it will execute the number is negative. So since I have given 28 as the input, it is a positive number which is greater than 0. So it should execute the number is positive. So that will be the output of this program. Next statement we are going to see is if else if statement. That means if you have more than one if statement, you can it will come into this part. So here you can see a test condition. If the condition is true, it will execute the if block and then directly go to the remaining of the statement. Suppose if the condition is false, then it will go to another if statement which will be available. It will test the condition. It will have two blocks, true or false. So if it is true, it will go to the true block. If it is false, it will go to the false block, after which it will go to the remaining of the statement. So we will illustrate this with an example so that you will understand what I just said. I have declared a variable which is a negative number. Just notice it is minus 34. Now I have given a condition if number is equal to 0. Suppose if the number is 0, it will just print the number is a 0. If the condition is false, that means if the number is not equal to 0, it will go to the else part, where you have another if statement which will check whether the number is lesser than 0. If the number is lesser than 0, then it will print it is a negative number. If suppose if it is not a negative number, then the remaining is only that the number should be above 0, that is greater than 0. So that means it is not necessary that you have to give an if statement, just give an else statement and then print it is a positive number. Since the number is negative, minus 34, I am getting minus 34 is a negative number according to this program. Next statement is nested if statement. Here you can see a list of conditions available. That means you can have more than one if statement in the program, so that you call it as a nested. Nested means one inside another. So you can see the first condition. If the condition is true, it will execute the true block and go to the remaining of the program. If the condition is false, it will go to the second condition. If the condition is true, it will execute the if block and then continue with the remaining of the statement. If the condition is false for the second one, it will go to another if statement where it will check the condition. If the condition is true, it will go to the if block and then continue with the remaining. Suppose the condition is false, it will have some more set of statements for the else block. After completing, it will go to the next remaining of the program. So to illustrate this, given an example program. This is only an example program, don't get confused. We are going to see more example programs in the next videos. So I will explain you in detail. So I declared variable marks and I have given as 70. Here I am going to print the grade. So if the marks is greater than or equal to 80, I am printing grade A. If the mark is in between 80 and 60, that is you are given lesser than 80 and greater than or equal to 60, then it is grade B. If the marks is lesser than 60 and greater than or equal to 40, that is in between 40 and 60, the grade will be C. If the grade is lesser than 40, then it should be grade D. Since the marks is given as 70 here, so I am getting the output as grade B when I execute this program. Hope you understood this video about conditional constructs, and then we have specifically saw if-else statements. We will see in the next video. Till then, thank you.